The world's best gather here. XBL baseball starts now.
It's crushed to the moon, and we're tied.
He picks it up on the second, over to first in time for the double play that ends the inning.
That's gone.
Oh my, oh my, oh my.
Trying to repeat.
It's gone!
Homer to the pen! This game is over!
Oh! Crushed! Left field! Off the pole!
Domingo Bell, deep right center field, carrying, and it's gone.
That was hit hard. Left center field. Did she do it again? To the wall!
Swung on Bell to the deep left field. Is this baby gone? A grand slam!
Champion! The AAA World Series is over. What a live shot!
I can't believe my eyes.
Welcome back, everybody. Been a couple days, but it's the same crew in here. It's me and Misto back for the AAA semifinals. It's 3-1 right now. The Gex are up in the series, but we'll be at Lafayette, home of Black Coffee and his banjos, and his back's against the wall. Mist, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Guaranteed myself a first place finish in Group B for the Cup, so I'm really excited about that. Thanks to you, thanks to Kawashi for ushering me in there. But as far as this set, we're kind of back to where we sort of were when we started the last cast, where Burning Ice is up 2. Coffee's in a little bit of a worse situation here now, having split the last 2. But he does come back to Lafayette, where he's actually played obviously his best game in a mercy rule there in Game 3. Which brings us to our points. The ballpark thing and the pitching is really the key. But I did not like Black Coffee's eye in Game 4, and I loved it in Game 3. And to me, that was the biggest difference, especially against these slow ballers. You can get to the ball anytime you want, but if you're hitting their pitch, they're just too good. You can't get to them. And the other thing is, so he's going to have to tighten up his eye. The other thing is, you need to get to someone like Burning Ice, any of these accuracy pitchers like Ox, sometimes, Heisman, Spliffy. You need to get to them early, because once their pitchers start feeling it, you can't knock them off the corners very easily unless you're kind of like an MJJ and can really get into those corners. But for someone like myself and someone like Coffee, who's generally fairly disciplined, likes to force balls to the middle and pound the fastball, you don't want to let those pitchers start feeling good about themselves. So Coffee's got his work cut out here.
Yeah, well said, and I'll just run through my 3 little tidbits real quick. That not even close is not a fact of the series overall. We've seen that Coffee can definitely play with ice, but there hasn't been a close game yet in this series. And I know for me as a fan personally, I'd like to see some crazy wild finishes when you get into these late rounds, but it's just been one person takes control of the game and completely runs away with it so far through 5. And that's what the home stadium spark kind of speaks on, is the home stadium's played a big part. Coffee did lose the first one at Lafayette, but he was closer than in the games where they were at Sakura, and he obviously had that big loud game 3 victory there. And back at Lafayette, I'm thinking if he can win this one, that might spark that momentum that he needs to he's got to get the reverse sweep almost. He needs 3 straight. And then that slimy pitching, though, I know the ice is going to touch those corners. He threw probably 90% curveballs against Coffee, and you never saw Coffee adjust his bat speed, which is one thing to say to do. Like you were saying, it's easy to hit bat on ball on those curves, but we saw over and over for the entire second game of that set, Coffee was hitting everything foul just too early, and Ice does an excellent job of forcing that timing out of you and making it difficult. But it's going to be interesting to see. I think that's the key, is can Coffee adjust to that curveball early on, because he feasts on the fastball. If he can force some fastballs out and really negate that curveball, he's going to be in the driver's seat in this series. But we've got Game 5 coming at you here in a minute. If that one is a win by the Banjos, then we'll go into a Game 6 and we'll call it there for the night. And so we've got one, if not two, opportunities tonight for Ice to close it out and advance his first ever AAA World Series. Coffee is trying to return there. It's been a while, and he's the number 1 seed, so that would be his rightful place in the final round. We'll see how it starts off tonight. Game 5 coming at you in just a second. Here we go, loading up into the beautiful Lafayette at nighttime. I love every stadium at nighttime. It looks so much better in the batter's box, and that bodes well for someone that relies on runs like Black Coffee. He's going to have to rely on his bat tonight. Struggled in 3 of the 4 games, scoring 0, 0, and 4, but he blew everything wide open in Game 3 in run roll fashion. He's going to look to get back to form here. See if that home stadium pays any dividends.
You almost forget that Coffee's he's the favorite. So we're playing here. This is resetting the starters, which doesn't mean anything really, or doesn't mean much of anything for Ice, because his starters are very much almost clones, not exactly. For Coffee, I think it matters more. So let's see if Ernest T can get going here. He got Lily Turtles at the plate. Great leadoff hitter.
Yeah, based off that ERA, I wasn't watching the game that he pitched, but this must be his 1 or 2, because his ERA is way up, and those first 2 games is when Burning Ice was really able to pile a lot of runs on. Ernest T. Bass with that 5-pitch arsenal, the elite cutter, is going to look to correct his prior start, make up for it here, and his team absolutely has to have a good performance. He gets a couple outs here to start it. That's a loud crack of the bat, but straight at the center fielder, and here comes Victor Meadows, boasting a .438 average so far in this series.
Yeah, pitcher doesn't necessarily look like your typical number 1, but I know for a fact that Coffee, his beast pitchers are only around 70 velo, but this pitcher does have that elite cut fastball, which is an extremely coveted elite pitch.
And a great elite cut fastball right there, located on the corner. So 3 up, 3 down for him. And we did see the elite 2-seam in the game that the Banjos won really caused fits for Burning Ice. That elite cutter's the same thing, if not better, in a lot of people's eyes. And you saw him go to it a lot right there. And he's going to be facing Trash 1 on the mound. This is the same exact stat build as the other starter he played. So if you're looking at history right now, it's the starter that the Banjos roughed up build-wise at the same stadium. So I would expect some runs out of him right here.
Yeah, nice start there. Pounded it, got right on a fastball. You're not going to see a lot of fastballs, but it's really going to come down to, I think, Black Coffee's eye, and then, like I said before, getting going early. We can't be waiting till the fifth and sixth inning against Burning Ice. That's not going to do it.
And he starts off real fast in this one. He's got 2 on now. I'm surprised to see 2 fastballs this early out of Burning Ice on the mound after the curveball worked so well for him. And he spoke on the fact that he's aware of the fastball as a problem against this team. So far,
Yeah,
2 hits, both on fastballs.
It's almost like he's trying to get in his head, establish the fastball just to go to the curve. But so far, it's backfired.
Right, he goes at it again.
It continues to
After watching
backfire.
a couple of curveballs, once again throws that third strike pitch as a fastball. And now bases are loaded for the shortstop with RBI hero.
He's coming. He's coming.
See, already looking, and Dude Zavala is going to come in the first inning without an out. Feels like this is a major moment here at the beginning of the game. It's going to be a bullpen game for Burning Ice. Dude Zavala does have rally stopper and elite 4-seam, so I'm sure we're going to see fastballs out of this guy. He's curveball right there, 0-2.
Yeah, even if he magically gets out of this, that's a massive win for Coffee. And now he gets a run. You don't want to double up, but again, getting him into the game is going to wear him out. And those other relievers are not at his level.
Yeah, this is the #1 reliever in this Ice bullpen, and now hammered to center field. The shallow outfield is going to hurt him as he rounds for second now. Lily Turtles brings it in, so 2 runs come across here in the first inning. A hot start for the Banjos, and that's what you need when you're in an elimination sort of situation. Take some of that pressure off of yourself. It's going to be interesting to see how aggressive he gets at the plate, knowing the reliever has came in early. Sometimes you sit and get a little patient to force more of those arms out of the pen. So he gets 2 right there after the bases started offloaded and the reliever came in. I mean, after the end of the inning, how do you feel about that sub missed? It could have been a really bad inning, but he brought in that reliever and he kept it at 2.
I think it's a huge mistake. But even more so, I think Burning Ice wishes he would have left that forcing fastball on the team bus rather than bringing it into the stadium here.
It'll be interesting to see how he manages it. He's going to have to be aggressive on the mound, and meanwhile, Coffey's going to have to try to be not too aggressive to keep that reliever in for longer than he needs to be. There's the first out for Burning Ice as he grounds over to second base. Pickles comes in now. We're seeing really good location on that moving fastball so far from the Banjos. Inside and outside lower corner. Looks at it again here.
Yeah, and I think a major key is if you're Burning Ice here, don't get rattled. You still have a lot of house money, and I think, Coffee's going to be throwing with some confidence on the mound. So, don't get rattled up there. Just chip away here.
A lot of speed on first after that walk. We've seen a couple of big innings from the Gex in this series that started off with walks. This one's grounded. Second baseman doesn't have enough to get there, and so now 2 are on with only 1 out. Ice has an opportunity here in the second inning to tie this thing back up if he has a good hit. Ooh, actually pretty weak speed on first. Gonna need a monster hit to score more than 1. He likes a small ball runs across as well.
A bit of a tough break from Coffee there. Got a hard ground ball on the cut fastball, which is exactly what you want, but it ended up squirting through there, which now puts him on the hot seat.
And Bass, like we said, had that tough first appearance in this series. Finds himself in a little bit of danger here in the second already. Gets a curveball to bail him out in the dirt.
Wow.
Throws it at third and gets that speedy leadoff runner out. So now you've got a slow guy at second base holding up the better speed at first. But if you're Coffee here, you're just trying to get 1 out. That one's grounded up, so it's not going to be a bad throw. Catcher is able to get there. Harmony Strauss could have went to the backstop. So now Dude Zavala came in.
Got a hit. He's got a hit.
Yeah, you sub him in this early, and now he's up in another big moment. The bases are loaded for his own team. Outfield is shallow. We've seen the shallow outfield result in a pitcher double in this series already. That one's right down the middle, and he watches it.
Wow.
Dude Zavala came in and was able to hold the lead at only 2, but now up to the plate. Strikes out looking.
Yeah, he was begging for, some kind of a good count to swing there, and he did not get it.
Really feels like Coffee at the plate is waiting for fastball, just watching every curve he's seen practically. He does get a fastball in the zone right there. You see that aggressive pitching because the relievers came in. That was 3 pitches, 3 strikes from Dude Zavala. Starts off with a nasty curveball just on the edge of the zone there. He's just watching every curve right now. Here's another one, swings way early on it. That elite 4-seam mixed up with that lower velo curve could definitely cause that. Now it's 2-2.
At some point, he's going to have to start hitting that curve, not waiting on it and waving at it.
That curve was right down dead center of the plate. He's lucky it got through the pitcher's legs, but it results in a single, and now his pitcher's up.
Number 16.
It's kind of funny. Every once in a while, Burning Ice will land a curve almost right down the middle, which I don't know if it's on purpose or not, but it seems like he can hit, corners practically at will, but you will get some random odd curveballs over the plate.
Curves back to back in the same spot right there. We're seeing pretty much 2 pitches. Curveball. That one's a curve hammered left field though, and it looks like it's going to be gone. It is a 2-run shot. And through 2 innings, a 4 spot for the Banjos, and they find themselves in controlling in this game. Up 4 runs early. Harmony Strauss back around, and now that reliever tense on the mound. He's only through an inning and 2/3 right now. Dude Zavala looks like he's not going to be able to last very long. Able to get out of this inning, though, after that 2-run home run. So 4-0 going in the top of the 3rd. The Banjos starting off hot, and they absolutely need it. Elimination game if Ice is able to come back. This starter's looking extremely well on the mound right now. Bass having a good performance after struggling on the first one. Gets him chasing right there for the ground out.
Everything going against the Gex here. They're almost already glancing toward Sakura Hills.
Ooh, it rolls just foul is a really good bunt. Almost stayed fair, so 0-1 count. This is that bunter-sprinter combo. Swings away at that one. Chelsea Evergreen in an 0-2 count now. Here comes that cutter. Another well-located one on the corner. Outfield shallow. Francoeur ranges over and puts it away for 2 outs. So far, the Gex have only been able to get 2 on. This one's hammered up center, though, so there's good speed on with 2 outs. Coffee staying at a decent pitch count. This is his 40th pitch coming towards Sawhorse, one of the higher power guys, and back-to-back hammered up center field. So now a couple innings in a row where Gex have 2 outs, 2 on. A lot better batter up than his pitcher this time, though. Great pitch on the corner.
Yeah, and Ice has been scoring a lot more runs than he used to. 4 runs is certainly not the end of the world. It doesn't feel good because he doesn't really have any momentum right now. Needs to get something here.
Yeah, he's scored 4, 10, and 12 in his 3 victories, so it seems like 4 might be that magic number if he's able to get over that threshold. There's a walk right there, so bases are loaded for back-to-back innings, and it's Vern Radical up with plenty of power to do some massive damage right here. He could tie the game with 1 swing.
I think Coffee was avoiding the bad ball hitter there, but he needs to look at the scoreboard. You can't be giving... Well, maybe it paid off here because he did have 2 outs. So it wasn't the end of the world to walk that batter.
And that batter put a jolt in it to left field. Died before the wall, though, so the lead stays where it's at, 4-0. Still a shutout for that starter on the mound. And Zavala trying to stretch his appearance as far as he can, giving up 2 through 2 innings, but he is tense and losing stamina. Now the curveball is starting to hurt him as that one's roped down the line in left field. He's rounding for second, and Hardapple brings it in. It's going to be close at the play, and it's not there. He's safe. Up to 27 pitches now already in the 3rd.
I don't know what's different about this game, but so far Coffee's had a much better attack against those curveballs, and he does seem to be getting a lot of meatballs for whatever reason.
Yeah, and that Elite Four seem not as effective now with the stats draining. And now you can see he's getting a little bit of RNG help. Fishes for that one, and it works out as he ropes it into center field. A little bit of a blooper. So a run comes across before the first out is registered, and there's still decent speed on first base. Good curveball at the knees right there. Zavala's first appearance in this series, and so far not living up to his salary.
No, he looks terrible out there. He's going to have to turn to Houston very soon. Zavala can't stay in there if he keeps getting hit like this.
Had a perfectly timed hit and run there, but since it's foul, he goes back to first, so it's a 2-2 count now. Sees that fastball, great eye, just inside. Full count now worked. Gets the curve and slaps it to left field. That curveball caused so much fits in Game 4, but right now it looks like Coffey's all over it, and that's a great sign if you're the Banjos. If you can get all over that curveball against a pitcher like Ice, you're going to have success more than not.
He's relying on Rally Stopper now, but that's doing almost nothing for him.
Come on, he's got like 25 velo, 40 junk. Just enough. No, it's not. The rally stopper almost cost him. That velo, 5 more velo, that would have been over the wall.
That was a great swing, but had to reach a little bit for it.
Had 62 on the power meter, and this one hit up just past the diving second baseman. One of the best stat-wise second basemen in the league, and still not able to get there. Now the bases are loaded, so both teams have had bases loaded twice in this game. Last time the Banjos walked away with 2 runs, and now we see the relief pitcher come in, Lindsay Allen, who's really struggled in this series, even though she's got strong stats and that elite cutter.
Yeah, this is a good move. I thought he might go to Houston, but that would have been a mistake. You have to go to Island here because Houston has the stamina to potentially be pushed.
And if you're Ice, I mean, you got to start looking at that run rule territory. A home run right here and this game is over, so you bring in your biggest and best. Lucky enough for him, the starter is up. We'll see if he can stay out of the double play scaries here at the plate. Pitcher's just going to try to do anything to get this into a hole. 0-2 count, though, in a hole of his own. Good eye on the cutter.
And the other thing is if Island goes down, then you went down with your best pitchers, and that's just the way it is.
There's a strikeout. It looked like Coffey didn't even want his swings, moving that reticle around. And Hieronymus Jackson with great stats up to the plate, a chance to do damage, and he does. He hits it up center. He's going to round towards home. We'll see if there's a play at the plate. He turns it around. So just one run across at a time, and still a great hit could lead to a win or a home run. There's good speed on second and third. Harmony Strauss watches that one. Back-to-back 0-2 counts. Tense already is Lindsay Island. Ooh, chases on the cutter but fouls it off. Fastball, he's late on it, so he gets out of it, but gives up a few runs. Lindsay Island's already tense on the mound herself. This game's at 7-0, and it's getting closer to run rule territory. If you're Gex right here, you need a score. The Banjos look like they're destined to put up at least 3 runs in the next inning the way they're hitting right now. Have yet to go scoreless through a frame.
Yeah, and assuming there's another game, which we're not sure, but assuming there is another game, or even that there might be another game, the Gex need to just get some. They're not even worried about winning this game now. You need to you need to get on track at the plate at some point because you don't want to head into Game 6 doing what you're doing.
Yeah, you can't be in a funk. And if he loses Game 6 and has to go back at Lafayette, we've seen that the Banjos can be pretty dominant at home. Home field advantage is huge in a Game 7. Still in Game 5, though. Another quick up and down inning for Burning Ice's bats, and a chance to end this game if he can push across 3 as the Banjos here. Lindsay Island back to neutral after getting that strikeout to end the last frame. Already up to 18 pitches. She's only been in for an inning, still has this one to go through. Well, not even this one. She probably needs 3 innings. Worked a full count. It's a good spot if you're Coffey to work some pitches out of this. And you do work a walk, so he's able to get 6 pitches and 1 at bat right there, and the pitch count's going to be crucial with these relievers. Only in the 4th inning right now. And a leadoff walk can be dangerous.
Yeah, we're seeing the uncharacteristic, complete lack of accuracy in this game from Burning Ice, and that's kind of what we said in the pregame, is you got to get to him early. And you could say that for any great pitcher, you have to get to them early and start putting some doubt in that pitching staff's mind, because then the RNG kicks in and they become tense, and it's a domino effect. And now we're seeing a bunch of crappy pitches.
Oh, and the steal hurts him. Wow, Chelsea Evergreen steps over the bag, scoops it up, and then backpedals back before turning a double play. And finally, Burning Ice able to get a 0 on the board in that inning. We'll see if it pays off with a little bit of momentum.
There she goes.
He hammers it to center field. It's a leadoff double after putting up a 0 on the board, and the Gex are alive as they go all the way around to third. A leadoff triple for Burning Ice.
Yeah, you didn't think my girl was going to go down without something. She's on third base. She's ready to come home.
So much speed.
I can't imagine he actually bunts here. Oh, there he goes.
Well, it's Burning Ice, and he does bunt and almost able to get safe at first. Thrown out, but it does score a run. Lead is at 6 now. Heart of the order steps up to 3-hole.
In retrospect, I can't believe I questioned that he might bunt there. Of course he's going to bunt there.
You know who this guy is.
What am I talking about?
He's going to bunt, he's going to still retreat. Those are the two, death and taxes, and then Burning Ice bunting and still retreating. You're going to see it every game.
There you go.
And so a little bit of life still with 2 outs. He's got a lot of hits up center so far, just haven't pieced enough together.
Number 22.
That leadoff triple, all that stands.
Oh,
that ball hitter
hit.
shows up right there. It's inside, but he's able to put a good hammer into it. Now he goes all the way to second, getting
Bad
aggressive.
throw.
He goes to the cutoff man.
Cutoff. Yeah, that's a bad throw.
And runner on second and third. Now he looks to the bullpen and he brings in Black Lightning, who's got destroyed so far in this series. Just needs 1 out here.
Yeah, Big Vin's got to step it up. No more monkey shines here, Vinny. You gotta go.
Yeah, it seems like the aces in the bullpen are the ones that have been struggling the most in this series on both sides. Finds himself in a 3-1 count here. Fastball in there, well located, so it's a full count now. We'll see how aggressive he gets. He goes to the changeup. It's going to find the zone. It's hit down the line. It's going to be foul. Has that rally stopper, so much velo. Goes way up high, and so he walks radical to walk the bases loaded again. That's 3 straight innings, I believe, that Burning Ice has had the bases loaded. Oh, it popped up. Tough pitch to do anything with. It was a strike, but...
Yeah, that's a good swing. I mean, to even get on that, but it was too tough. He should have just eaten that one.
So only 1 run comes across. There's been a lot of runners left on base so far for the Gex, and the Banjos have been able to convert what the Gex haven't. They do ground out to second there to start the bottom of the 5th.
Island's huffing and puffing.
What a
Oh,
dive
nice
from
ball.
Pickles over there at shortstop. All those stats pay off. It's at the outstretched arm of his glove, and he puts it away. So 2 up, 2 down now.
Back to neutral. She's going to need help from the defense, though.
And that's what she needs now. Back-to-back 0 spots for Lindsay Island, doing what Dude Zavala couldn't, keeping her team in this game. And now another chance to add some runs to the board and crawl back into this if you're Burning Ice. Cadence Evergreen up. Pretty sure Cadence is a girl name. Oh, Caden. Okay, my bad. That's what I say. It looks pretty guy-like to me.
Now batting, the pitcher, number 0.
Lindsay Island, we'll see what he does.
He's got to go, yeah.
He's
no,
got
got
to
to
the
come with
6th
the pinch
inning.
hitter.
Yeah. Used his 2
That's
best
long enough.
relievers and made it all the way to the 6th, so we're going to see only the SPRP and the closer left for Burning Ice, which are not his strongest pitchers, but it is going to be a drastic shift in velo. That one misses
I think his closer is decent, and Houston's usable. She's not Zavala and she's not Island, but he'll be okay. He needs to get going at the plate here, and you know, he's gotten to Vin before. It's going to be tough to get to Vince again, though.
Yeah, done a good job of getting runners on. Just is missing that big hit or
there's
two
Turtles.
that he needs. Pretty much everything is starting off the same way, though, with these hits up center.
The second baseman, number 1.
He's had a couple of hits up center. He's had a couple of walks, and that's how he's got people on. 2 outs
Does
right
he
here.
go?
Looking to do it again.
Yeah, do you run here or do you hit out? I think with 6 runs, you gotta hit out.
Yeah, and Coffey's done a really good job the last 2 games of holding the runners on. This time he does run 55 red. Not there in time. It was very
sneaks in there.
close. Fakes the bunt and goes back 1-1.
Trying to mind game Vinny.
Ooh, misses just inside. Seeing the first tick of stamina go down because of that velo drop now.
Oh, shallow outfield. Easy catch.
Shallow outfield seems like he's playing it pretty much every time against Burning Ice and paying off so far in this game. Only 1 ball's gotten over the outfield, and now Black Lightning hasn't been in for very long. I don't know how I feel about this.
I think he's, Black Lightning is the happiest person in the stadium here that he actually came up with a plus outing.
Yeah, only gave up 1 through 2 innings. I'm surprised to see him pull right there with this lead, but he gets the pinch hit, and it's a double, it looks like, all the way to the wall. Outfield was shallow. There's just no speed on this guy on the base pass, or it would have been an easy triple. So leadoff double there, and the Banjos look to get that run they gave up right back.
Uni, I think a pitch first player would have left Black Lightning in there, but remember, the Banjos, Coffey's a hitter. He's going to yank that pitcher and get a hitter in there.
He's looking for blood. Maybe he can end this thing right here. He's had the opportunity a couple of times. Beatrice Houston did come in that SPRP for Gex, and he's hammering that curveball as you'd expect with the lower velo. That one just at the ankles, picked up by Lily Turtles. Harmony Strauss back up. She's looking for some momentum of her own. Really struggled so far in this series. Still yet to have an RBI or a home run. Only a couple of hits with that average. That one swung on early. Did get the high pitch that she likes.
She's going yard.
Oh, it's outside. Good eye. Another good eye worked into a 2-2 now. Swings at that one, tailing away though. Diddles a little bit, and he's able to get to third, just taking the safe out at first. So now, after that leadoff double, nothing may come from it. Jeff Francoeur looking to push it across, but he gets walked. The intentional walk from Houston on the mound brings up another good batter. RBI Hero is up. Interesting walk to bring this guy up. See if it backfires. Curveballs in identical locations, 0-2. 3 pitches in the same location right there, and he's able to get the out because of it. So it's still 1-7, and we see another reliever come in. The best reliever already out for both teams. Looks like he chooses to bring in the RP Darling with Specialist. Specialist coming into play on the first batter right here. Good curveball inside.
Yeah, Darling doesn't have very good statistics, but that Specialist will come in handy.
Has yet to give up a run so far in this series, has Darling. The Specialist is just super cringe and OP.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 90, Axel.
Gets the first ground out right there, so. And now back-to-back pitches getting a ground out on the infield. 2 up and 2 down.
Now batting, the short.
That was a great pitch. Came right across the vision of the batter, right just off the plate, barely, and he chased it.
Curveball hit up center. It seems like every time there's 2 outs, Burning Ice gets a good hit up the center of that infield, and he does it yet again this inning.
The catcher, number 55.
Yeah, Ice has left bases loaded, I think, 2 or 3 times. It's not that he hasn't reached base. It doesn't feel like he's done a lot, but he's actually moved them around. He just hasn't cashed in.
Yeah, had the bases loaded 3 times. Had runners on base nearly every inning when that third out comes across. A home run or 2 would have changed everything, but Ice isn't really known as a power hitter, more of a small ball guy, and that's where you can get games like this where you have so many left on base. I know that personally. I hardly ever hit home runs. You might get 3 singles, but it doesn't result in anything.
Yeah, got a big gun up here at the plate right now.
Watches that one worked a full count now against Darling. Looking at what pitch to throw, decides to go change up. It's going to be inside, and he's going to watch it. So now walked. Have we not seen this? Like 4 innings missed, a hit up center, then a walk, and then the bases get loaded, and then somehow Coffee gets out of it.
Yeah.
It almost feels Rick's-esque when we saw that Rick series where he always let the bases get loaded and never gave up a run.
He's actually doing a very similar thing to Rick's. Coffee is not going to give him a pitch. He's going to put the pressure on on Burning Ice's eye, which is, it can backfire, but it's worked so far.
Yeah, so far in the bottom of the 7th now in our AAA semifinals, the Banjo's up 7-1 with their back against the wall, 3-1 in this series. Right now, obviously leading by 6 in this game, hoping to bring it to a game 6. Burning Ice running out of time, but so far on the mound, Beatrice Houston has done a good job. Looking for a couple of shutout innings here now. Like usual, a couple curveballs to start it off, and now the heat, and he pops it up. We're seeing that same tactic nearly every at-bat, where Ice is throwing 2 curveballs to start it, and then he comes with a different pitch on that 3rd one. Looks like Coffee's ready for it that time, a little bit early though.
Yeah, Coffee. I like what he see. There's a fit that swing right there. That's a game 4 swing. That's a swing where it may or may not be a strike. You definitely can't do anything with it, and he hits it okay, but to the outfield.
Yeah, he started off so hot, but he's actually got 3 or 4 straight innings now without scoring. Pitching has been huge for him, though, only giving up 1 so far. Done an excellent job of getting out of jams. SPRP locked in, stays in.
He hasn't been that bad at the plate the last few innings, but he hasn't been as good with his eye as he was at the beginning of this game.
Ooh, good strikeout pitch there on the corner, so real quick 2 outs for Burning Ice. But it's 2 outs. I would expect to hit right up dead center right here. Oh, he tried. So now just an inning and a half to play. It's the bottom of the 8th. Still a 6-run lead. Banjos haven't had any noise lately, but they start off with a single down the line at 3rd here. Rounding Thicken for 2nd, but he turns back.
Yeah, this is a great recipe for how you beat someone like Burning Ice, any kind of pitcher-oriented player that really isn't a power hitter. You pound them into salt early because they do not want to see a 3 to 5 to 7 run deficit the way somebody like Coffee might not really be too rattled by that. It's awfully hard to small ball 6 or 7 runs against momentum.
Yeah, no doubt. And now with no outs, he's got 2 on and a chance to have a loud inning. Good batters coming up. That one gets by, but he's not going to advance. Hieronymus Jackson so far has had a great game. That one's close to getting over, but it's not. A line drive right at Lily Turtles, but a good swing right there from Coffee.
Yeah, see, he got a pitch to hit there, and he hit it well.
And Harmony Strauss,
oh, there
she's
she
been struggling in the series. It's close. Is he going to rob it? And it's not. It's a 3-run home run. And finally, Harmony Strauss, for the first time in the series, shows up with a home run, a 3-run RBI.
I pumped her up early and got burned, but she pays back there and gets a really nice homer.
Looks comfortable right after. Another good swing on that one. So it's 1 run away from run rule territory, but in the bottom of the 8th, I don't think that's a big deal. 9 runs is going to be tough enough. A couple of curves missed up high. That one once again.
Oh,
put a
thundered.
jolt into it left field. It's close, and it's robbed by Hard Apples, so it's not over yet, folks.
I can't believe that stayed in. What a play by Hard Apple out there. Probably won't amount to anything, but that's a heck of a play.
You know, one of those excellent plays that really don't have any impact on the game, unless he's able to mount a 9-run comeback right here.
He's not going to bunt.
I mean, dude, you said this before. Come on now. Come on now.
And easily there. Wow, beats it out.
Sprinter burner combo, dude. You need to get on that. Best combo in the game. And now hit up center, so 2 on with no outs. Burning Ice has been doing this a lot with 2 outs, but this time giving himself a much better chance to at least close the gap a little bit, if nothing else. But I'd say before the game, really hasn't been any close games yet. It'd be cool if we could get one interesting one here at the end.
Yeah, it's looking for momentum here again. Even if he doesn't mount, that's a great swing. That's a tough pitch. He got a great line drive there.
Yeah, he's swinging well with practically no pressure. He's up in the series, and you don't feel like 9 runs is normally going to happen anyways. He's swinging a lot more freely, and so far it's led to 3 hits.
And here's a brutal pitcher, Decaf Cappuccino, coming in with reverse splits, elite 4-seam fastball coming over the top. Got a half turtle arsenal with the cut fastball.
Yeah, tough closer. And he's trying to close it out right here. Walks into a tough situation. Now that one's hammered to center field. Does it have enough to get out? Hang on tight. Is it a grand slam? It is.
It does go. Oh my God!
I was at the wall, and the burning ice and his Gex. A random grand slam after a really quiet game. They're on the board with 5 now, and there's not a single out. Start of the 9th again, but this time leads only 5. We'll see if he can do it again.
I pumped up Cappuccino. He let me down there, but I thought the stadium was actually gonna save Black Coffee there. That's the one spot you don't really want to hit it, but Ice really leaned into that one.
Yeah, big swing in the bat, and you talked about momentum going into the next game. At least he's got that. If he's not able to get this win, grand slam's as good a momentum as any. Now he swings that one low and out of the zone, and finally we're going to see the first out for the Banjos here in the 9th.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 47, Harley Hardapple.
Hardapple had that robbery of his own out there in the outfield, grounds out here. So now, after loading the bases and hitting one over the wall, it's 2 outs back to back. And we're down to our last out here in this ball game. And it looks like the shortstop's going to be able to put it away, so we're going to see a Game 6 here, folks. Black Coffee, an excellent job, showed up early and often, and he gets the win 10-5.
Yeah, that was actually turned into an entertaining game there with Burning Ice coming up with was it a grand slam or something like that there? Great home run. Put some pressure on Coffee. Again, I think that momentum could serve him well. He feels pretty good right now against what actually, in truth, is a pretty tough Banjos bullpen, but he's hit them well. So, if I'm Coffee, I didn't really like seeing 4, 5, or 6 runs come in there. That took a little bit of bloom off of the rose, but still a fantastic win for the Banjos.
Yeah, he'll take a win any way he can get it. He's still going to have his back against the wall, and Burning Ice still has a chance to march his way into the World Series in Game 6. It's a 3-2 series now. Coffee hoping to push it to a Game 7. Y'all give us a second to switch it over, and we'll get Game 6 on your screens. See you in a bit. Hello, everybody. They can't see the game. Give me a second.
Random blackout.
Yeah, I gotta get it pulled up. Not that, but they can look at us anyways. Okay, come on, bro. I've done this a million times. Okay. They're playing baseball, they're hitting stuff, they're throwing stuff.
Jackson with a single up the middle. Hieronymus Jackson leads it off
Here we go.
for the Banjos.
Thank you for covering play-by-play. I'm here for the second at-bat now. We've got the game pulled up. You should be able to see it now. So, yeah, a leadoff hit. Back in those blue uniforms is the Banjos. They've struggled at Sacro Hills so far. 0-2. Can't walk away with a loss on this one or his season is over. On the mound, we're seeing Trash 2 with lower junk. So far has not given up a run in this series.
Oh, it's going to fall.
Oh, Turtles
No!
just at the last second.
God.
All that speed and fielding. He's got one of the fastest outfields in the league, if not the fastest, and it pays off right there. Coffee trying to get started just as quick as he did in the last game right here in this one. Trash 2 has shut him out in Game 4, I believe.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 1.
Perfectly timed steal there. That'll help the mojo, or it doesn't. They don't care. RBI Hero is on now. He gets a pitch to hit.
That ain't it.
Outfield shallow prevents the run from coming across, though. Surprised to see outfield shallow against the RBI Hero hitter.
Yeah, there wasn't much space there to find a hole, but he got the Texas Leaguer there. Got 2 on, first and third with 2 outs. Got to find a pitch.
A lot of people left on base tonight. See if that happens here. He's got an opportunity to score early. He gets the walk, so the bases are loaded here to start off the game for the Banjos, just like last game. He was able to walk away with 2 last time. See what he's able to do here. Hits it up center field. Outfield is not shallow this time. He's got enough speed. He's rounding. He turns back, decides to play it safe. So the single scores 1, and the bases are still loaded. Here comes Pablo Sandoval. Only 1 RBI so far on the series.
You can see Burning Ice has not turned to Zavala like he typically would after getting burned in Game 5 there.
Oh, the outfield shallow again pays off.
Yeah, that's a huge bailout. 1 run is nothing. If he goes 3 or 4, it gets tough.
Yeah, he hit that so well. I guess he had a low power bar or a low power meter on it. So he decides to stick with the starter, and it pays off this time. He went to that bullpen last time and gave up more than he just did right there.
Yeah, I was going to say, despite getting a bunch of hits and runners, it didn't seem like any kind of exit velo from Coffee in that half inning.
Oh, this one's meaty over the middle, looking for another bunt. Decides not to here. Chelsea Evergreen still looking for it. She does lay it down. It's right there on the plate, though. Usually Ice, one of the better butters in the league, but right there, a weak bunt able to put away easily. Victor Meadows walks up after 2 have walked up and walked away. Swings at that one way low. Sandoval's there. Easy 3 up and 3 down, and the Banjos come back up after a 3-hit, 1-run first inning. They look to build on that. Trying to jump on Ice early, worked so well in the last game. That's one thing about a hitter like Coffee, Mist, is in a long series, if you start giving him a little bit of life, it's only a matter of time until he starts hitting it like this.
Yeah,
he's start off well.
He's dinking and dunking so far. You'd love to see him get a hold of a ball against this Trash 2 pitcher that doesn't have much statistics. He's base on balls prone. He's tense. He is running a nice turtle arsenal, but
I don't think Coffee tries to bunt much, if I was to guess.
I will say I think his velo might be slightly lower than even the other pitchers, some of them, as this velo is really low.
It does have low velo, and he tries to bunt it right there and whiffs on 2 bunts. Coffee known for the home runs, not for the bunting, and you see it right there. Another perfectly timed steal, though.
Great steal. He made up for a massive mistake. He's not going to be happy about bunting. He's not a bunt. I've never seen him bunt. What's he bunting for?
Gets the same result. He was trying to move that runner up, I'm sure. So now 2-2 count. Man on second with one out. Swings at this one. It's not going to get over, and it's going to turn into a possible double play. It is. A little bit too aggressive and caught up in the middle between second and third. So after a leadoff hit, nothing comes of it. And Burning Ice is back up to the plate. On the mound is, I don't even know, Ben Guerra or something. He's got better stats than the last starter.
Yeah, I think he got crashed in game 2. Typically a pretty good pitcher, though.
Has a decent ERA, 5.4. 5-pitch arsenal with that screwball can be difficult. He's got better velo and junk than that last starter, but not as good of traits. Gives up a nice hit in the gap right there, and all that speed coming around. He's looking for 2, possibly 3. Puts on the brakes at second, so a one-out double there for the Gex.
Might want to run that screwball some. That's a pitch that could potentially bother Ice some.
Yeah, a lot of times if I have a screwball pitcher, I'll throw it early to see if they have any sort of feel for it, to kind of gauge how much I'm going to use that pitch in a game. Looks like he's not throwing a whole lot of it right now.
If you can locate those moving pitches against a batter like Ice, you basically want to put that four-seam, bury it about 6 feet underground, and just do not throw it. But if you can't locate, then you end up having to throw it in there, and that's where he makes pay.
All right. Here comes a cutter on the edge, just under it. So a 1-1. Coffee looking to get out of a little bit of a jam of his own here and keep the lead at 1. Changeup misses low. A good eye right now from Burning Ice. 3-1 count. This one looks like it's going to be in there, and it is. Full count now to Hard Apple. Great four-seam on the chin, and he gets him looking for the strikeout. So both teams get a runner on in that inning, but don't get the runner across. It's huge here if you're the Banjos to try to stretch this lead early and take some of the pressure off of yourself. He had such a great game in the last one, but gotta remember it's an elimination game for him.
Let's check the power swing. We're not seeing any exit velo. He's really got to slow that start against somebody with, it appears to be only about 25 velo.
Yeah, if we see him swinging too early like he does right there a whole lot, we might be in for another tough game like we saw in game 4.
And this pitcher doesn't have the junk that some of the other Burning Ice pitchers have, but what he has is a few ticks less velo, which, especially against someone like Coffee that wants to see that fastball humming in at about 98, 97 miles per hour, doesn't really like seeing pitches coming in at 76 miles per hour and less.
And we see a 41 red on the power meter right there after getting struck out on the fastball way early on the curve. And now 2 curves up top, 0-2 count. We've seen this style of pitching work so far for Burning Ice in this series. He had to go away from it because he went to those higher velo. Oh, and he hits the starter. It looks like he might have to go to that bullpen early again, but hang on, missed, because that low velo being a problem. This might actually work out.
He only got 58. That he needs to get that up to at least 70. That's got to be 70. It can't be 50 something. 50 something is not going to get past those outfielders.
Keeps the pitcher in with 1 bar on his health. Stats are practically all 0. Trash 2 at least trying to get 1 out right here. Walks him on 4 straight pitches, though. The accuracy causing fits in the first at bat. Already up at 50 pitches as well.
You know, the thing is, Uni, if you're only getting 55 on the power swing against these curveballers like you did just there,
yeah,
you might as well contact swing, because at least contact swing, you're going to get a bit of a random play, and really your lower points are going to be around 50. The highers are going to be around 70.
All right. We'll see if Ice subs out that pitcher whenever he comes up. Trash 2 here. Low velo's been working. Beatrice Houston has been really strong in this series as well, that SPR piece, so we'll see if he goes to him on the next half inning. Brings in the pinch hitter right here. It's Frago French with good contact. Watches that one inside. Locked in on the mound is this starter, though. Ooh, just over the second baseman. An early dive from the right fielder, but stops it with his butt. Holds the runner at first.
Coffey's got a hold here. I guarantee you that the last thing Coffey wants to be doing is batting against an injured pitcher.
So 1-out single right there over the second baseman. Here comes a changeup, finds the zone, 0-1. Curveball well located. He still gets up the middle. Hang on, second baseman's able to get there. Throws it, but there's too much speed down the line. He's safe.
Wow. I think he might have actually got him at second base. It appeared to be a good decision, but the speed paid off.
Yeah, I think it was close to either bag, and now here's the bunt. Goes to third because of it, and he's able to get it. Another weak bunt twice in this game so far. Burning Ice has laid one just right at the front of the plate. So now there's 2 outs. There's good speed on the bases, but he needs a decent hit here to score him. Anything less won't do, and he's got an 0-2 count working against him. Coffey on the mound dealing with that velo. He is back to neutral, though.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, when you can get those lead runners against a bunter like Rise and Fall or Burning Ice, it's found money to just get that lead runner out of there.
Oh, he hits it almost all the way over, but it is a good enough hit to score 2 off of the wall. All that speed on the base pass pays off, and now just like that, Burning Ice, a little bit of a 2-out rally, is taking the lead here in the bottom of the third, up 2-1, and Ben Guerra on the mound looking to get out of this.
Yeah, and Sawhorse looking like an elephant up there if you check those power stats.
Oh, my Lord. Up over 100. 2-1 count now. Cutter's going to find its way in the zone, and now it's a 2-2. We still haven't hardly seen the screwball at all. It likes to go to the cutter again, misses inside, and it's a full count. Walk prone is engaged. Well located on the edge, hit decently, and it's through the gap. Enough speed to round again. It's
so
a
much
3-run
power.
inning now.
Yeah, the power. It should have been an out, but he had so much power that he pushed it through. One thing I'll tell you is Black Coffee has a tendency to forget that he has certain pitches in his arsenal. He really gets sucked into sometimes the half turtle. And if there's another pitch on there, he tends to forget that it's even there. Now, he does throw a screwball here and hits.
Yeah.
Great pitch.
3-1 count. Right now, Ice is working a lot of pitches out of this starter in this inning, up to 49 pitches now after this one. Now here's 3 screwballs in the same at bat. Gets him swinging. It's hit well, but not deep enough and put away at center. So 3 runs come in for Burning Ice and his Gex, and going to the top of the fourth.
Oh, we've got
now.
a sub. So he substituted that. He pulled that injured pitcher. This is exactly what Black Coffee wants, is a real pitcher in there.
Yeah, 3-1 now, though, playing from behind and already in an elimination situation. Hammers at center field, outfield shallow, though he catches it.
Yeah.
What a jump. Lily Turtles has a sliding catch and a jumping catch and got locked in because of it. You saw that mojo go up. Outfield shallow, almost hurt, but not quite.
She's that damn good.
All those stats out there are really paying off in this game for Burning Ice in the outfield. There's a 63 power swing again on the curveball.
Yeah, he's got to get a better power swing, and he's got to get back to his eye. It's going to be tough enough. He can't be swinging at these pitches off the plate or even in the corner to eat those pitches.
We see a pinch hitter coming here for the Banjos, and it looks like this one's going to find a gap. He dies, but
That
not
was a
able to
good
get
swing,
there.
yeah.
Great swing, but not a whole lot of speed coming around. We'll see if he gets. He doesn't get aggressive. He turns back to second. Pinch hitter came in and is able to get on base, though.
See, that was a very hittable pitch. Probably didn't get a power score. 57. Was lucky that even got past them. I wonder if he's noticing as he's checking that
Able to get an 88 right there, and he subbed in that speed.
Yeah.
Ooh, he turns back, though. I thought he was going to get aggressive and go towards the plate. Instead, it's runners on the corners with 2 out. Harmony Strauss, who had a 3-run shot in the last one. Up here with a chance to tie this game up and some if she's able to put this one over the wall. Works it into a 2-0 count.
That just missed. She needs to unload.
And she hits it and does enough with it. One run comes across now. It's 2-3 as the Banjos answer right back here in the top of the 4th.
A tough pitch hitter here, bad ball hitter, and inside pitch. That's a brutal combo.
Tense on the mound already as this reliever. Houston's had a good series really thus far, but struggling here to start. Curveball misses up high, 2-2 now. Unloads on that one at center field. It's not going to be deep enough at Sakura and Lily Turtles. Look at all those stats she has out there, pretty much 100 across the board in the outfield.
And she was playing normal there. If she was shallow, I think she catches it, but it would have been questionable, I think, Uni.
With those stats, I expect her to catch anything out there.
Yeah, probably so with her. Someone else maybe, though, probably wouldn't have gotten to that.
Yeah. And that's something that, if you build your outfield the way Ice does, you can get away a little more with playing that shallow outfield, even against the best bats in the league like the Banjos.
I think the Banjos are lucky to be where they are in this game. Ice is the only one that's really had a driven ball that was what you could say a huge swing. And he's only down 1.
Yeah, but right now, Ice has 2 on with no outs, and he's looking to stretch the lead after giving up 1 in that last half inning. Watches the changeup low. Darling has came into the game. So
you don't want to throw low. He can just put it right down there.
1-2. We'll see if he still elects to go with a bunt. Swings at the fastball up top. If you're Black Coffee here, you need that specialist Darling out of the pen to have another good performance. Been the best reliever in this pen so far in this series.
Look at Houston up there. She's ready to go, but her stats do not look good.
Surprised to see such low speed on a Burning Ice pitcher. 2-2
yeah, that is
count
kind
now.
of surprising. I feel like it's totally worth it to build that pitcher speed.
If I remember right, I think it's more expensive on your SPRP though. Ooh, tough change up on the corner.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. You're totally right, Uni. You can't really build it on that pitcher.
Yeah, I'm a roster tool kind of guy. What can I say? You know my builds.
I usually put 10 on the SPRP. It gives them something, but you're paying double for speed on them, so you don't want to push it too much.
Floats another one up there to the outfields for the first out.
Actually, I take that back on speed. I think you might be paying closer to triple. It's double on hitting stats for the SPRP. The speed is really high.
Yeah, I know it's stupid fast because I tried to put 60 or whatever my other pitcher's speed is on there, and it was like 50K. I was like, okay, bro, what are we doing here, Wish? 50K. Ooh, but Turtles with that arm.
Okay.
He was unsure if that was going to fall, and it didn't. I mean, I'm sorry, it did, and then he was stuck in between first and second, so it's the second out put away anyways.
It didn't appear to be intentional. I think that would have been too risky to do intentionally, but it sort of paid off. Although the speed is on second, so I think that might have hurt him a little bit. I don't know what that other runner was.
Yeah, Ice might have been having one of those plays where you purposely drop it to get the slower guy on base. Ooh, curveball popped up yet again. With 2 outs, looks like Turtles is going to put away for the third out, so nothing comes across there. Zeros on the board for both teams in their last half inning. And now here is that center fielder leading off. Hits it way up there in left field. Constanza is back. Ranges over and puts it away easily for the first out of the inning. Sprinter bunter looking to sprint and bunt yet again. Pulls this one. Pulls that one.
Now he's going to actually bunt it.
That's not the pitch you want on a bunter. Ooh,
oh, no, it isn't. I'm surprised he pulled it.
Yeah, he still pulled it. 4 changeups so far And now here comes the heat. Gets him swinging late. Good setup of pitches right there, going with 4 changes and then into that velo. So 2 up and 2 down.
I don't think Ice ever had any intention of bunting there. He was just trying to run count up and maybe get a couple extra balls for hitter's count, but it backfired when the fastball got by him.
Darling's going to stay in. He's locked in now. He also has a hit every time he's been up to the plate in this series. 1,000 average. Gets a pitch right
so
down the
hittable.
middle, and Chelsea Evergreen, what a diving play. The
Painful.
fielding right now for Burning Ice is really changing this game.
Again, though, part of this is exit velo. He's getting terrible exit velo.
Yeah, we
Can't even get the ball out of the infield.
Still haven't seen him adjust that power reticle quite yet. 47 on that one, and roped over there to Evergreen again.
Yeah, those just kill you against this type of pitcher. You can't be getting 50 all day long. The ball won't go anywhere.
Ice is going with that familiar 90% curve sort of pitching style. Coffee was actually able to take advantage of some curveballs in the last game, but so far in this one, not as much. He gets a fastball to swing right there. It was a ball, but he's able to put it at the feet of the right fielder and get one on with 2 outs. His friend Kaur walks up the bad ball hitter. That first pitch curveball in the zone.
Might be contact swinging now.
I'm shocked to not see him unload on some of these high curves. Burning Ice throws 2 or 3 of them to start every at-bat, it feels like.
If you're getting a bad power score, you can't do anything with those. You cannot do anything with those high fastballs if you're getting 50.
That one might, yeah, I think you're right. It is a contact swing, and now back-to-back hits have just died right at the feet of the outfield, so a chance for a 2-out rally right here as the RBI hero is up. 2 for 3 on the game. Houston might get pulled, and it's Dude Zavala. As soon as he goes to that contact swing, now here comes some velo.
He's coming with big man, but see, this is the point where you want to be coming with big man. 6th inning is perfect for him.
Yeah, Ice did a good job of working that pitcher injury and saving his best pitchers all the way to this point, and now he gets the ground out, and Hurt running down the baseline is the RBI hero.
Wow, that backfired.
That might be a big problem as we get late into this game. We're in the bottom of the 6th now here in Game 6 of our AAA semifinals. Burning Ice looking to stamp his ticket to the World Series, and Coffee looking to stay alive for one more game and bring it back home at Lafayette.
Interesting that he ended up misreticling a curveball from Zavala. Still throwing curveballs, no matter who's out there.
Yeah, that's what he does. Fastball inside, right at the chin. Good pitch, tough to do anything with it. He gets the ground out. Pickles up now with a 625 average, 3 home runs and 8 RBIs. Definitely been the best bat in this lineup. As soon as I say that, does absolutely nothing. Grounds out to shortstop on the first pitch. Tough location in there. It's strike 1. Darling doing a good job. This is, I believe, his 3rd or 4th inning now. I don't think he's given up a run yet. Oh, that one's hammered, but goes foul, so it's a 2-2 count now. This one's going to find its way into the zone, and he watches it on that changeup. Mojo's down at the plate, and the pitcher gets a strikeout. 10 the sticks right there. 12 hits to 7, the Banjos lead, but they're still down by a run. Starting to get late in this ball game. If you're the Banjos, you need to really lock it in, and he's only got about 9 outs left to play with if he's going to come back.
He's not going to put the fastball on the plate. It's just going to be a chase pitch. So he's going to have to hit these curveballs.
He does hit that one well, but right at the third baseman's glove. He is contact swinging now, it looks like. Not sure how often he does that. That one's a power swing, only 47. Right fielder can't get there, but it's enough.
Wild dive.
And now he rounds second. He's going to stay at second. Respectable arm for sure out there in center field. His shortstop juiced, his center fielder juiced. The fielding stats. That definitely helps all those Von Acesen awards that Burning Ice has, the way he builds that infield and outfield with so much speed.
Yeah, see, he's not going to throw the fastball on the plate. He's going to have to hit another curve.
Hits that one, but it's going to die out there in center, so 2 are put away now. Runner's still stuck on second base. Coffee desperately trying to do anything he can to tie this game up.
Number 23.
57, I think that was. See, otherwise that could have been something.
A couple of back-to-back balls on the curve there, 2-0.
He's probably looking mainly at the location of where the ball was, but what he should be looking at is the power score.
Yep. Yeah, even 70 consistently would get it over the shallow outfield. That one's slapped at
Nothing
Turtles
on it.
again.
Yep.
More of the same in that inning. Well reticled balls and really well timed, but the power bar is just not there.
Hard apple.
That one might have been a ball, actually. It didn't look like it when it was thrown, but
I really am surprised. This is the 4th game we've cashed in this series now. Just surprised he hasn't noticed that he's getting such weak contact on that power meter. I mean, it's obviously one thing to change it, but
it's really hard for some people to adjust because again you don't get pitchers like Burning Ice typically, so you can get away against 95% of pitchers. You can get away with a crap power score on your curveballs because you don't see that many of them, and you can get a few singles here and there, which is enough. But if that's all they're feeding you and all you're doing is hitting them with 45 to 55 power, and they're as good at locating as Ice is, and they have all that defense behind them, it's just too hard.
yeah, and on the mound for Coffee here, we see the ace reliever come in. Rally stopper is engaged. There's no outs here with 2 on. He gets a big strikeout in this spot on the heat.
Center fielder, number 43.
Coffee in the chat saying he did notice it. It's just difficult.
Right. It's really difficult to make that adjustment. I've been there. You really got to work on
As an
it.
XBL player, I would just say it's like not even hard, dude.
Exactly.
AAA, man.
Right.
Come on.
But these are the small leagues here.
Yeah. You'll get there one day, you know. You know I love hitting curveballs. I'm just quick to adjust to those for sure. It didn't take me 2 seasons or anything. 2 entire seasons, bro. RIP Pseudo.
A lot of people never learn, so you're ahead of the curve, Uni.
2-3 still, so after a couple get on early, Lightnings came in right here and gotten 2 put away. Doing a good job fixing his image of this series the last couple games. Had a good outing in the last one and looking to do the same here. Well located on the edge, gets him swinging late. 1-2 count now. Big spot here in the 7th inning. Ooh, he gets the strikeout, so a couple of strikeouts. Lightning comes in and does an excellent job, but now he comes up to the plate. We'll see if he elects to leave him in. He's going for the runs now. He's debating.
You got to
It's a tough spot here. I'm not sure.
Yeah. You got to go with a pinch hitter. You're not hitting.
I don't think he's listening to you. Someone call him.
He's going to let him hit?
Oh, wait, it's pre-recorded.
You can't let him hit.
Well, Vince Black Lightning stays in. We have seen some pitcher hits out of Coffee in the series. This one not going to be a pitcher hit. He is at least going to have that stub reliever still in the game, though, when he comes back around, and the front of his order comes up now. 5 outs left in this AAA semifinals, possibly. Coffee has to score 1. That one's lined at
47.
third.
Oh, my goodness.
The catcher, number 42.
It's getting worse.
Harmony Strauss.
Dude, Zavala still juiced on the mound, locked in, still has the elite 4-seam pumping. Junk is up around
he
90.
needs the contact swing. He's not getting anything out of power swing here.
Yeah, it's especially tough when you're down 1 run and you know in the back of your mind, like, I just need 1 good power swing, just 1 fastball. And the problem is you're playing Burning Ice. He's going to give you 1 fastball, every 3 innings? And there
He got one there. It was corner, but that's the best looking ball he's gotten to swing at in quite some time. He did reticle it up pretty nice.
He's been reticuling it well. It's just all that power meter. So we're into the bottom of the 8th now. Coffee looking to keep the lead at the deficit at just 1 and give himself a chance. Burning Ice now just an inning away from possibly making his way to the World Series. Strikes out swinging there on the changeup. for the first out here in the bottom of the 8th.
Number 90, Axel Sawhorse.
Yeah, Ice is mentioning in the chat that he uses the same strat against me and it works, which is absolutely true. You know, I'm talking a good game, but a lot of this stuff I'm saying, why is Coffee not doing? A lot of times I don't do it either.
Come on, we don't need to be accountable in here.
Number 22.
So 2 up, 2 down now.
It's always
Pickles
easy
walks
to say what you should be doing as opposed to being out there under pressure doing it.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I haven't hit in the last 2 months, so don't put much weight on anything I'm saying. Great pitch on the corner there, 2-2. Lightning for probably the first time in this series actually locked in. Is it going to be too little too late though? That one rocketed, but right at Franco. So here we go, folks. Top of the 9th inning. Our AAA semifinals could end right here, right now. But the Banjos come up with the heart of their lineup, the best batters on the team, and he just needs 1 run to try to extend this thing. Dude Zavala still on the mound dealing up to 28 pitches. There's a curveball hit center. Still low power, but the outfield wasn't shallow, so he's got good speed to lead off the inning here in the 9th.
Now batting, the short
Oh, here's that injured batter.
Oh boy.
It was a matter of time until this came into play.
He's got a good hitter there in Jones.
Goes with Filet Jones. I think he stole this guy off of Eduardo's team.
No doubt. He's paying royalties to Eddie right now.
We'll see if he has the same fate as Eddie, who also got beat in the semifinals. With all that speed, the arm on the catcher is lower. Be interesting to see if he steals. He pops up that one. The outfield was shallow again.
Oh, he might have got a decent power score. That was actually hit pretty well. Just got under it.
Ball baseball dad, what's up, bro?
52.
Thanks
Okay,
for the
we're still
raid.
garbage.
We're in the AAA semifinals here. 2 outs left, possibly. He's trying to desperately stay out of that double play ball. We're seeing a lot of curveballs. I'd be surprised if we see even 1 fastball in this inning out of Burning Ice. Hits that one, and it's a blooper, so a couple are on. Black Coffee has life. Double play ball is still in play, though.
And for those out there watching, you know, talking about delaying, the reason it's so hard to do that is when you're not used to it, and you wait until basically the pitcher is releasing the ball to start it feels like the ball is coming right on top of you. So you have to get used to it, because what happens is if you're doing it correctly, the timing is essentially the same as if it was a fastballer.
And the
But you have to get used to that.
Are loaded now with 1 out. Coffee doing everything he can to extend this series. He needs a big swing from Pablo here. He hits it.
Come on. Oh, no.
He's able to get back in time. He's got 1 more out. He only needs to push across 1 of these runs. That was a good hit. Arabica, the season of the Banjos on the line. And on the bat of Arabica.
Hitter to have up there, but does have fastball hitter. Not sure that's going to come into play. Power versus lefty not coming into play. He's on his own up there.
Nothing but heart and passion.
Oh, good pitch from Ice. That's brutal.
2-2 count.
Now the pressure's on.
Watches that one full count.
Wow, what an eye. How do you not chase that?
Watches the curve and he walks it in. The game is tied on a walk.
The eye of Black Coffee comes into play.
In that moment, imagine,
Are
dude.
you serious?
No chance.
Anybody else in the league would have chased both of those pitches.
Season on the line, and he's able to take one of those curveballs which have been placed so perfectly in the corners. Man, what an eye from Coffee, and it might be the difference in his season. Base is still loaded. He hits it up center.
No.
Right comes across. The lead is taken. He rounds. He turns back. It's 4-3. Top of the 9th, the Banjos. Hello. They've taken the lead for the first time since the first inning in this game. Base is still loaded. Pops it up right field, but he's already done enough. He's got a 1-run lead going into the bottom of the 9th inning. The home team at Sakura Hills, Gex and the Burning Ice, now
Wait, Yudi, you cannot allow a leadoff hitter here. You can runner. You cannot let him get his first runner on.
He's got the reverse splits, hardly any contact on this batter. A lot of power, one hit over the fence, and this thing is right back dead even. Ooh, a couple of meatball fastballs. He's not able to get to him.
He wants to walk.
He does. It's 2-2. Change up, same spot. Hits it well, but foul.
Good pitch.
After all the blowout games,
eye.
man, do we have a barn burner here? That one down the middle, he misses.
Oh, my goodness.
3 meaty fastballs missed. And there's the first out. Harley Hardapple, it's the back end of this lineup up if you're Burning Ice. You're in a tough spot here against a reliever that's done exceptionally well in this series. In the back end of your lineup, he lines out there, so 2 are away, and Black Coffee's 1 out from having this comeback and extending this to a Game 7.
He's not going to swing at a first pitch. Yeah, there, you got to take the strike.
Curveball just low, 1-1. Cappuccino desperately trying to get this last out. 1-2.
Do not throw fastball. Do not throw fastball.
A strike away from advancing to Game 7. It's a 2-2 count. Fastball low and away, swung on, popped up. We're going to see another pitch. He doesn't care.
He knows what he's doing.
Missed. He doesn't care.
He knows what he's doing. He's waiting to throw the changeup.
Ooh, changeup full count. It's going to be outside. He's going to get him swinging anyways, and it's going to be a third out. Put away. Black Coffee has done it. He's forced a Game 7 on the back of a comeback in the 9th inning. What a series we have here in the AAA semifinals.
Absolutely insane. Insane. That last at bat for Coffee, where he took those 2 pitches for the walk. That was just absolutely epic stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to take a walk in any situation with the bases loaded. You have bases loaded, 2 outs, season on the line, back against the wall, and he takes that pitch that was really not that far off the plate.
Even the one before that, you have to swing at that cutter. Anybody in the league would have swung at that cutter. I don't know how he took that. And then he takes a curveball that's up in the corner. Either, like I said, almost anybody would have swung at both of those, and somehow he had the resolve. And, he's always had a good eye, and he leaned on that when it really counted.
Yeah, absolutely had to have it in that moment. A 9th inning comeback after all the blownouts we've seen on both sides of this series. Man, what a doozy Game 6 was. And we've got a Game 7 on our hands. I believe in the AAA, both semifinals have produced a Game 7. The AAA carrying the league per usual with all these excellent series.
That's what we do.
That's what y'all do. And it's the league of parity, the AAA, man. And it's the 1 seed versus the 4 seed in the semifinals as they should be. Find themselves in a Game 7. We're going to have to get with Urban before we play that because this thing's going to be fire. It's been an excellent showing through 6, and it's going to be back at Lafayette, Mist. Back at the home of the Banjos where he's put up a lot of runs in this series so far there.
Yeah, what I heard you say was Urban, and we've got Urban here in the chat. So let's get him that promo material. And it's I don't know if Ice is kidding. I don't think he is. It sounds like maybe he's going to be away, so we might have a delay on the Game 7, which I don't believe has been played. But I mean, God, we'll wait for it. We don't give a rat's ass how long it takes at this point. We'll wait, till hell freezes over if that's what it takes.
He said he's joking. Thank God. I would have told him I don't care about the vacation. Get it in, dude. I need to see the ending of this. But yeah,
like be playing out there on the cruise ship in the casino.
Yeah, that's what we need. That would be peak Burning Ice right there. You really pitch your best on a cruise ship in a casino. But man, what an excellent set tonight. We saw Game 1 get taken by Coffee. He actually got the sweep tonight. He did what he had to do to get this thing back to 3-3. So next time we cast this series, it'll be a Game 7, 1-game set. For the rest of this weekend, though, tomorrow we've got the AA World Series coming at you at 7 o'clock Eastern on the docket tomorrow. Right behind that is the XBL World Series. So we're going to see back-to-back World Series on a Sunday. It's the best time of the year for viewership is you get to see the top end of the lineup, especially in the XBL. That's the top end of competition you can ask for in this entire game is the XBL World Series, and it's Wishbone and Space. I think Kawashi versus Prestone in the AA is going to be awesome as well. Going to be a couple of tight matchups. And Mist is going to be back with me, I believe, tomorrow for that. But for tonight, you have any last words before I see you tomorrow evening?
Well, I want to mention, you mentioned Wishbone versus Spaceman. That's just an absolutely crazy good matchup for the XBL. Spaceman has played so incredible that's a 50-50 toss-up, even against someone like Wishbone, Prestone, and did you say Kawashi?
Mm-hmm.
Kawashi, that's what I thought. Yeah, those two are pretty even, and I think that's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow night. And then, of course, either one of these two against Teflon is fantastic. So everything coming together nicely. We just wrapped up Cup, or we're wrapping it up today. Everything is just rolling completely off the rails here in the XBL right now. So you'd love to see it.
Yeah, it's that time of year for us where it's like a second job getting all these casts in, the cup games in, all that stuff. But, man, we love it. It's fun, and I hope everyone had fun watching tonight. Teflon's been eagerly awaiting the finale of this series. I've been seeing him in the chat every night. I'm sure he's going to be here for Game 7. Urban has to get hit up for Game 7. Someone remind me if I forget in a couple days. Tell me to talk to Urban. But, yeah, y'all make sure you tune in tomorrow for both of the World Series starting up. It's going to be hot and heavy coming at you over the next week or two, where we're really going to start rounding out Season 18 and then start looking forward into Season 19. So, make sure you keep your eyes peeled to the Discord for those show announcements. Thank you for watching tonight. GG's from Coffee and Burning Ice. For me and Mist, we will catch y'all in the Discord. Y'all have a good Saturday night, y'all. See ya.